everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. With that, the wait is finally over. It is Super Bowl Sunday. For the call, here's our veteran duo of so many Super Bowls, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we have played 266 games in this NFL season. Only one remains, and it's the biggest of them all, as EA Sports is proud to present coverage of the Super Bowl. Tonight, amazingly, it's a rematch of last year's game for the ages, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. It has been a tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his first carry, he loses the football. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now some space to operate. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he's got some space here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll try and sneak it here. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid gain there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And incomplete to open things up. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Patriots take over. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving them.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. A swing pass caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 48 yards. Well, the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's blocked. And the defense has it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
or there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Back to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. New England on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's McCaffrey. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Now back to throw. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. The 30. Past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. No. Check, Patriot. Set. Gone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
His throw incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On is the punter, King, to send it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So out come the Falcons now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On play action, they'll throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
He can run for it, and he will. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Go, over!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll go option to the short side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for New England. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. So, do you seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. Hey, here we go. 3rd quarter action now. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here now come the Falcons. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 35 yards that time on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
Eluding the pressure right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for him. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
And he's got room. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that one will be accepted. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go now. Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. His man on the end route, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. 18 yards there and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. And now he'll tuck it and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Flush to his right, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Patriots get the football back. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. And again this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on 2nd and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a cut to the right and some open field here. That one 28 yards on the ground. That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties. We saw the example of it right there. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. All combine stats such as the 40-yard dash are now available in scouting. Check it out. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC. And to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll set up to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the D looking like they may blitz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
To throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start. But a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you go the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Six yards to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Detroit. Back it up. No. Check. Patriot. Set. Green 39. Green 30. Detroit. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Odell Beckham, 39 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. He'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer. Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown of this 1st half. A second one not to be. I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you 1st downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs. That is caught at the 7. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Here we go with McCaffrey, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. 4th and goal, Charles. All the time you see those offenses, especially the quarterback, the running back, looking over the sideline saying, don't send the kicker out. There they did it, and it paid off.
It's really nice to see what they wanted actually done. And how about the coaches getting their faith rewarded by a touchdown?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
No. Check. Patriot.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. So when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Edmund Robinson with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. He'll try and throw for it here, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard